before called Agenda 2030, which I think is really good about talking about what's going on with food. And I had a few people recommend this one to me, and I watched one recently, and it was really good. So I'm highly recommending this. This is someone called the Ice Age Farmer. And he did a video, which I'm surprised if it's still on YouTube. We'll probably try to put a link to something not on YouTube. It's called Architecting the Beast System, AI Control of Food Supply. And this was really good. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, it's like half an hour, but I'll play a couple minutes just so you can get an idea of what he's talking about.
How the Internet of Things, AI, and the blockchain can transform our supply chain in 3 simple steps. Quote, the most significant transformation opportunity in managing supply chains will be the ability to know the past, present, and future of every asset across the entire supply chain. Perfect information awareness. To do that, we need 3 core things. This is the architecture of the beast system, ladies and gentlemen. We need 1. Every asset has to have a name. It's got to have a unique identifier. So that coffee bean is number 24601 or whatever it is. We need each coffee bean also to have connectivity so that they can talk to each other. And then we need this to happen automatically. These are the 3 pillars of the new beast system that they're describing here. And as I mentioned, we read down here, we're talking about knowledge about every piece of any physical product, where it came from, what it's made of, and to give a little more color on those 3 parts, on that architecture. Number 1, identity. First off, we need to be able to provide every part and every asset across the supply chain with its own unique identification. As soon as we manufacture any component, as soon as we pick any coffee bean, we will tag it with its unique digital identifier. But it's not that easy. We can't just throw an RFID on everything. Like, think about a fish, for example. And I'll just pause to make sure it's very clear. We're talking about coffee beans and fish. This is food, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about taking total control over food. Consider that fish. You're about to buy a fillet of fish, but you want to know, was it sustainably farmed, yada, yada, yada. We're from the government. We're here to help. To provide you for that, we need to be able to track the fish as it changes shape across the supply chain. If you bought the whole fish, well, that'd be kind of easy. Maybe there's just a tag on it. But you bought just a fillet. So now we need to provide each part of that fish with its own unique digital identifier as it changes shape. Really astounding here. Additionally, now that we've got every single piece of that fish with its own ID, they've also got to be able to talk to each other. That was the second pillar, connectivity. And what works for your phone may not work for that fish. So that's a different problem we're going to have to solve. Don't worry, they've got that covered too. That's 5G, right? So let's start with how they're going to provide identification for everything. And this is the blockchain. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the blockchain of food. And it's something that's been talked about for a long time, years actually, before the pandemic. How blockchain technology could transform the food industry. This is from 2017. Well, there's been a lot of noise about Bitcoin. You may have heard about that crazy Bitcoin. But actually, we can use cryptocurrency, the blockchain underneath it, to drastically make a revolution in food safety. Is sort of the narrative. That's how they're selling it here. And here's a report from Accenture, one of the big consulting firms. And here's a report from Deloitte in 2016, another of the big consulting firms, just to make it clear that it's been years in the works and there's big money behind this. In fact, Walmart has already done a pilot starting in 2016 from Bloomberg. Walmart tackles food safety with a trial of blockchain technology. Walmart actually worked with IBM to launch their Blockchain Food Safety Alliance. And they did so in China. And I'll let them, in their own words, describe what they're building.
What we hope to do with blockchain is bring all food safety system stakeholders and collaborate so that we do it one best way. We can do it very quickly and efficiently. Blockchain is a digital ledger that allows different segments of the food system to capture information about the product, what they've done to it, where that product has been. If we're linking that data with other data points, the Internet of Things, All that information will yield to insights that will allow us to have a safer, more affordable, and sustainable food system. But we don't believe traceability is the goal. We believe that transparency is the ultimate goal. Blockchain will give us the ability to not only track where food came from, but how it was produced. Was it produced safely? Was it produced responsibly? Is it sustainably grown? How many dates of shelf life are left on that product? The food system is a shared responsibility, and for blockchain and traceability and transparency to work, we need a lot of people working together. And so we're excited to be working with IBM on this blockchain initiative.
Yes, so there you have it.